Confucius of China had this to say: only women and petty individuals are most difficult to live with. Women and petty individuals are difficult to handle. How come? Too close and they condescend. Get too close to them and they become unreasonable and do not observe the rules. Too far and they resent. Stay a distance from them and they resent you. They are difficult to interact with. Confucius probably suffered in this way, so as an experienced expert, his words fit people's understanding. Bodhisattvas are this way too. Too good to people and it does not accord with the middle way. Too mean to people and that does not accord with the middle way either. So, universal worthy Bodhisattva has a hard time satisfying living beings. The Bodhisattva path is difficult to walk. I am so considerate of you, and you are so dissatisfied. This like cloud of compassion represents the Bodhisattva path. The like cloud of great wisdom. This wisdom represents the realm of those who enlighten the conditions, those who cultivated the 12 causal links and became enlightened. He needs a great wisdom. What is great wisdom? He contemplates the 12 causal links and knows that all things come into being and cease. Through this principle, he develops true wisdom from the Buddha nature. So the light cloud of great wisdom represents the realm of those who enlighten the conditions. The 12 causal links are ignorance conditions activity, activity conditions consciousness, consciousness conditions form, form conditions the 6 entrances, the 6 entrances conditions contact, contact conditions feelings, feelings condition love, love conditions craving, craving conditions existence, existence conditions birth, birth conditions old age and death. This series involves birth migration. There is also a series that involves ceasing. Ignorance ceases, then activity ceases. Activity ceases, then consciousness ceases. Consciousness ceases, then name and form cease. Name and form cease, then the 6 entrances cease. The 6 entrances cease, then contact ceases. Contact ceases, then feelings cease. Feeling ceases, then love ceases. Love ceases, then craving ceases. Craving ceases, then existence ceases. Existence ceases, then birth ceases. Birth ceases, then old age and death cease. Shatter ignorance and everything disappears. So, those who enlighten the conditions contemplate and shatter ignorance first. Everything comes from ignorance. He shatters ignorance and real wisdom is born. The light cloud of great prana. Prana is wisdom, which includes 1. Literary prana, 2. Real market prana, 3. Contemplative prana. South hearers develop contemplative prana from literary prana. They reach real market prana through contemplative prana. Since they reached real market prana, they certified to arhatship. These are the South hearers' vehicle. The light clouds of great samadhi. Samadhi is a Sanskrit that means concentration. Heavenly beings cultivate the 10 good deeds at the highest level and reach the 4 dhyanas and the 8 samadhis through this power of concentration. The 4 dhyanas are the 4th dhyana heaven, 3rd dhyana heaven, 2nd dhyana heaven, and 1st dhyana heaven. The 1st dhyana is called the ground of living, the production of bliss. The 2nd dhyana is called the ground of bliss from samadhi. The 3rd dhyana is called the ground of living bliss. The 4th dhyana is called the ground of purity from letting go thoughts. There are also the 4 stations of emptiness. 1. The boundless emptiness heaven. 2. The boundless consciousness heaven. 3. The heaven of no particular place. And 4. The heaven of thought, no non-thought. Together, these are the 4 dhyanas and the 8 samadhis. These types of individuals have samadhi and cultivate the highest among the 10 goodnesses, which include the superior grade, the average grade, and the below average grade. These people will become reborn in the heavens if they take the 3 refuges and receive the 5 precepts. The light allows a great auspiciousness. Auspiciousness represents the human realm. People want everything to be auspicious. In Chinese, this means luck, such as wishing each other great luck around Chinese New Year's in the hopes that good things happen. It also means auspiciousness, something lucky. Those who cultivate the average grade among the 10 good deeds, take the 3 refuges, and receive the 5 precepts will become reborn in the human realm. The light allows great blessings. Blessings and virtues represent the asuras. Asuras are in the heavens, the human realm, the animal realm, and the hungry ghost realm. In short, they also have great blessings and virtue, so this kind of clouds of light shine on the asuras. The light cloud of great merit represents the animal realm. The Buddha releases this kind of meritorious cloud of light so that all the animals will eliminate their offenses, leave suffering, and attain bliss in the future. The light clouds a great refuge. This represents the realm of hungry ghosts. The Buddha releases this kind of clouds of light so that all hungry ghosts will change from being evil to being good, reforming and renewing themselves. They will wish to take refuge with the triple jewel. Ghosts can take refuge with the triple jewel too. And the light allows a great praise. This represents the realm of hell beings. The Buddha releases this kind of cloud of light out of praise. Beings in the hells who see these clouds of light will want to leave suffering and attain bliss, change for the better, and set their sights on Bodhi. These 10 kinds of clouds of light represent the faculties of beings in the 10 realms. Shakyamuni Buddha releases so many kinds of clouds of light so that living beings throughout the 10 Dharma realms will become Buddhas soon. After emitting indescribably many light clouds that are wonderful beyond words, then what? Sutra, he also uttered many wonderful subtle sounds. There was the sound of Dana Paramita, the sound of Shila Paramita, the sound of Shanti Paramita, the sound of Viriya Paramita, the sound of Dhyana Paramita, and the sound of Prana Paramita. There was the sound of compassion, the sound of joyous giving, the sound of liberation, the sound of no outflows. Commentary. He also uttered many wonderful subtle sounds. He let out various kinds, not just one, but many different kinds of subtle and wondrous voices. These voices are not too loud and harmonize with one another. Wondrous means that it is clear. The Buddha's voice is very clear, subtle, and wonderful. The Buddha speaks the Dharma with one voice, regardless of which type of living being hears the Buddha's voice. In speaking the Dharma, he understands. Even people of different countries hear him and understand what he says. The Buddha speaks with one voice, but the Japanese will hear him speaking Japanese. The British will hear him speaking English. The French will hear him speaking French. The Spanish will hear him speaking Spanish. Although these languages are different, the Buddha can make them appear in his single voice. He does not need translations into many languages. The Buddha's state is inconceivable. That is why it is said that the Buddha explains the Dharma with a single voice, and living beings understand it according to their kind. What are sounds? Sounds are drinks. Why? If you understand the sound, it is as if you drank it. Sounds are also hidden. Some are louder and some are quieter, half hidden and half appearing. The Buddha state is incredible. Living beings find his voice very different. You hear it as this kind of voice and he hears it as another kind of voice. Although he utters one voice, but different beings will hear the voice differently. How far can the Buddha's voice reach? Mahamaggalyana was foremost in spiritual penetrations. He had tried to use his spiritual powers to cross as many wounds as sands in the Ganges River, toward the east by looking for the sound of the Buddha's voice. After traveling as many wounds as sands in the Ganges River, the Buddha's voice was still as loud as it was when he was in front of the Buddha. So the Buddha's voice is inconceivable. The Buddha now emits so many kinds of voices, not just one kind. How many kinds in total? There was the sound of Dana Paramita. Dana is a Sanskrit word that means giving. We have said this many times before. There is the giving of wealth, the giving of Dharma, and the giving of fearlessness. Although everyone understands, we can explain the meaning of giving in more depth now. Giving without being attached to the outer side of giving is real giving. Giving while attached to the outer side of giving will result in becoming reborn in the heavens. Giving without being attached to the outer side of giving will result in retribution that is free from outflow. Not being attached means not remembering it. For instance, I gave someone some money and I keep thinking, I will reap some fine retribution for making this donation. In the end, there is either no reward or the mere reward of becoming reborn in the heavens, not the retribution free from outflows. What does it mean by giving without being attached to outer marks? One must be empty in three aspects. There is no giver, nothing given, and no receiver. What is giving? What is being given? Recalling that there is a giver is a sign that there is a self. One cannot forget oneself. For example, I have a donation to contribute to building a temple, to building Buddha images or printing sutras. This is an attachment. What is attachment? I am a donor. I can give $50,000. The gift, the $50,000 I donate, whether it is building a temple, building Buddha images, or printing sutras, I earn some merit from contributing this gift. I am the donor. I offered a gift. Now, along with the donor and the gift, there is a receiver. There is a subject and object to the receiver. The subject of the receiver is someone who receives that donation of $50,000. The object received is the gift the other party gave to me, making the other party the giver of the gift received. Without a giver and a gift, there would be no receiver and nothing received. These are the three aspects of emptiness in giving, which is about not being attached to the outer marks of giving. Paramita is a Sanskrit word which means to the other shore or arriving at the other shore. What other shore is this? Arriving at the other shore means we have succeeded with what we want to do, fulfilling our wishes and reaching our goals. For instance, we want to become liberated from the cycle of birth and death now. Birth and death is this shore, while Nirvana is the other shore. From this shore of birth and death, cross the currents of afflictions and reaching the other shore of Nirvana, we arrive at the other shore. Once we reach the Buddha's walls of constant and still light, we start walking toward our destination. When we reach our destination, we have arrived at the other shore. From this shore of ordinary beings to the other shore of sages, certifying to the sagely fruit is also called reaching the other shore. We did not understand the Buddha Dharma before, but now we do. This is also called arrival at the other shore. But that other shore consists of an ultimate and a non-ultimate shore. What is the ultimate shore? What is the non-ultimate shore? Ordinary people who certify to the first level of arhatship reach the other shore of first level arhatship, but not the other shore of the second level arhatship. When we certify to the second level arhatship, we reach the other shore of second level arhatship, but not the other shore of the third level arhatship. When we certify to the third level arhatship, we reach the other shore of third level arhatship, but not the other shore of the fourth level arhatship. When we certify to the fourth level arhatship, we reach the other shore of fourth level arhatship, but not the other shore of the Bodhisattvas. When we certify to the level of Bodhisattvas, we reach the other shore of Bodhisattvas, but not the other shore of the Buddhas. When we certify to the level of Buddhas, that is the ultimate other shore, the final other shore. So this to the other shore can be explained at a very profound level and endlessly. I have only explained a few principles here. Once you understand the meaning of the other shore, expand and elaborate on it so that you reach the ultimate other shore. Although I explained only a few principles for you, if you can expand and elaborate on these, such as getting insights on 10 or 100 principles from my explanation of one principle, then you are expanding and elaborating on the meaning. Another example is our sutra lecture. We begin now, and when we finish 2 hours later, we reach the other shore. That is paramita. Another example is we started with thus I have heard, which is this shore. By the time we reach the end about how everyone is happy and left in full faith, it means we have reached the other shore. In short, when we reach our goal, we arrive at the other shore. Once you understand this other shore, you reach the other shore. Our biggest goal is to realize Buddhahood, attain Anuttara Samyak Sambuddhi, the unsurpassed equal level of right enlightenment. This is our other shore. The sound of Shila Paramita. Shila means clear and cool. It is clean and refreshing, which means the absence of hidden afflictions. This is one interpretation. There is another interpretation for it, which means prevention. There is a national defense with its preventative measures and equipped armies that will strike other countries that do not observe the laws and try to attack us. This is a national defense. Families have their preventative measures and individuals have their preventative measures. This is a personal defense. What are we preventing? We want to prevent all evil deeds. Avoid any evil means doing no evil and doing all good. There was a great layman in the olden days who pleaded with his senior monk to give an explanation on the Buddha Dharma. This monk responded, "Do no evil and devote to all good." The layman said, "Elder monk, I am requesting the Buddha Dharma from you. Even 3-year-olds understand this. Do no evil and devote to all good. How can you tell me this is Buddha Dharma?" The old monk said, 3-year-olds may understand it, but 80-year-olds cannot do it. All evil means each and every possible kind of evil. To me, each is one, while every one is many. Many are one though. Why do you even do one evil deed? Do one and you will do a second evil deed. Do that second evil deed and you will do a third evil deed. Do a third level deed. Do a third evil deed and you will do a fourth evil deed. Even millions and millions of evil deeds. All these are accumulated from one. A mountain, for instance, is huge and it came from one dust particle. Many dust particles gather together to create a mountain. So how many is many? There is no applicable number. Might as well explain it as a one so that it is easier to understand. So do not do even one evil deed. This is called doing no evil. Doing no evil means not doing many evil deeds. But this thing I am about to do is probably not included in all the evil deeds. I can do that. My explanation now prohibits the doing of even one evil deed, not to mention many, which is all the more prohibited. This is the most critical, most wonderful. Do not do even one evil deed. Devote to all good. This means doing every single good deed, whether the deed is big or small. Even if the deed is as minor as a piece of hair, as long as it is good, do it. If you do not do it, then you will miss that bit of the all good. All refers to the great function of the entire substance without any flaw or deficiency. I do not do only this kind of good deed, but not the other kind. No, I use all of me. Avoid every evil and devote to all good. Goodness, whether numerous or few, major or minor, ought to be done. But do no evil. You are mixed up if you do evil deeds regardless of how big or small they are. So this elder monk said, although 3-year-olds understand, 80-year-old elders cannot do it. This is because you cannot perfect it.